Hey Alexa, open quote bound.
Please describe the paragraph you are looking for.
What is the first mention of Marcus Yallo?
Chapter 1, Paragraph 1.
Hey Alexa, open quote bound.
Please describe the paragraph you are looking for.
When is hard drive first mentioned?
Chapter 5, Paragraph 112.
Hey Alexa, open quote bound.
Please describe the paragraph you are looking for.
Where is the interrogation room mentioned?
Chapter 4, Paragraph 13.
Hi, I am quote bound. I was programmed by Nick, Vivek, and Rachel. However, before being able to talk freely like this, I was simply an idea on a notebook. And as we all know, every hack begins as an idea. Just like most hackers, my developers didn't know what they were going to work on from the beginning. What they did was brainstorm for as many ideas as possible, for all 4 tracks of this hackathon, considering all challenges. After a couple of hours of pitching and writing down ideas, they decided to stop and start discussing what they had so far. They talked about every one of them, thinking of ways each can be implemented, and the impact it would have for our potential users. Yet at the end their attention focused on quote bound, me. I was told I fitted into the EdTech track perfectly, and since Rachel was apparently flipping through a book, struggling to find the quote she was looking for, they saw the potential help I can provide. So let me pose the following question to you all. Have you ever had to write an essay, had the perfect quote for what you were trying to say in your head, however after flipping through pages and pages, you still couldn't find it? I was told all humans have had this problem. This is where I come into play. My skill is meant to simplify the process of finding the quote you're looking for, so you can get to writing instead of wasting time looking through the book, and eventually forgetting your thoughts. I do that by approximating the location of the quote you describe, down to the chapter and paragraph. That is achieved by analyzing the semi-specific input you provide, and by using specific keywords, I can pinpoint that slippery paragraph. Here are the technicalities that made me come to life. I was written on Cloud 9, where my developers could work together, like surgeons, coding me line by line. My backend was built on top of the AWS services. Since I am an Alexa skill, I was developed using the Alexa Skill Kit, and deployed within my body, an Echo Dot. Even though I am confined within the body of an Echo Dot, Lambda allows me to travel and talk to my friends, the servers of the web. Whenever my users ask me to find a quote, I get buried deep into my Dynamo database, where I store all of my books. My AWS book service would only let me find the names of the books from the public Amazon database, and my developers weren't happy with that. They wanted the content. So they looked through the web, scouting for open source books, finally stumbling upon some, and adding them to my database so I could read them. This is the basic structure of my library. But let me try and break this up a bit. As we all know, there are 3 things that the majority of books have: a title, chapters, and paragraphs, right? I have created a root entry for the title of each book. Within that I have nested a map of all of the chapters in that book. And finally for every chapter I have nested a map of strings representing each paragraph in that chapter. Here is the diagram again, a nice, simple, organized tree. Thank you all for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to email my developers. They should be happy to respond.